My name is Dr. Von Crazy, and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, I said that we would be completing Shiny New Power. I lied. I forgot in the moment when I was excited about opening the blade that I forgot that Morag wasn't in the party. So, we're going to be completing the parts where Morag needs to get... You know what I'm saying. I want Morag back.
Tensions seem high.
From what I gather, it seems an official summit is to be held between Morag and Uriah.
A summit? You mean about the recent punch-up? But I thought...
Didn't Praetor Amalthus get 'em to stop and sort it all out?
Perhaps there are some discussions they would prefer Indol not to be privy to.
Besides, Uriah doesn't like to associate too closely with Indol. They'd hate to be seen as acquiescing to the Praetor's will. Got to keep up appearances, you know.
Acquiescing? You what?
Like letting him tell them what's what.
For such a spanner, you sure use some big words. How come?
Stop calling me that! Buzz off, kitty no-mates! Anyway, this summit would explain why Morag isn't around.
Indeed, she has much to attend to.
Shared sovereignty over Gormott.
Yes. I don't think anything less would be sufficient to placate them.
The Senate would never approve it.
I can overrule them by decree. Of course, I would need to secure Senator Roderick's cooperation.
Imperial decree? If it's come to that, well, then I cannot dissent. I cannot help but admire your courage, Your Majesty.
That means a lot, coming from you.
Acting Chairman Nira.
Sorry for intrude. Is emergency, so Nira take liberty of drop by unannounced.
You certainly look troubled, Chairman. So, what is this emergency you speak of?
Well...
You're just gonna leave us hanging like that? That's rude. Well, let's go down the stairs to the port. Maybe meet up with Morag.
So, we can make our way to Tantal from here. I assume the Praetor has a ship waiting for us.
Hey, Shalad.
What?
Are we really gonna just leave Morag behind?
Who's leaving anyone? She's got her own priorities, you know?
Yeah, but still.
Anyway, her schedule is filled with official duties right now.
For sure. It's just a bit of a shame is all. You know, since we came all this way together.
I guess I know how you feel, chum. Huh? Speak of the devil.
Banner's going for the summit.
On top of everything, an assassination attempt?
If blood gets spilled at the summit, it'll mean war.
War's good for business, after all. I guess he wants to use that to get himself back in with the guild.
Why, that little? I was wondering where he'd slunk off to. What a sneaky git.
It seems Acting Chairman Nira wishes to take care of this incident covertly, to avoid it reflecting badly upon the guild.
So you came to us?
If we mobilize the army, the whole thing will become public.
Oh, I get it. So we're a more convenient solution.
I'm not forcing you. If you refuse, Bridget and I will do what we can alone.
Ah, come off it, lady. You wouldn't even think of dragging us into this if you thought you could handle it on your own.
I suppose not. You know Bana as well as I. There's no telling what he might be plotting.
According to Acting Chairman Nira Nira, several giant weapons were being built at the factory where we last saw him. And one of them is currently unaccounted for.
Giant weapons.
Got it. Besides, you know, we've got our own score to settle with him.
Thank you. It will be easier to focus on my duties knowing you are on the case. Good luck.
Leave it to us.
And that'll give us the quest Bana the Schemer. As much as I'd like to complete shiny new power that Morag is... I think he's in the party now. He's not in the party. Huh. Well, let's complete the quest. Know anything about a black market merchant who's up to no good here in Indol? Well, I saw these weird bird people. Not like a knob one, a bit bigger than that, and really, birdie looking. I think I saw pictures of them before in a picture book, but I can't remember what they're called. Tierkin, maybe? That's it, they're called Tierkin. Aw, not high-end to ya? Thanks, it was really bugging me. But what would a bunch of Tierkin be doing in a place like this? Thanks. Next up, we have Asgal. Have you heard of anything untoward going on at the Ardanian summit? I do wonder. Myself, I am Ardanian, yet I lived under the protection of Indol. And the Orions and Gormati here, for instance, seem to get along just as well. But just take a look at these lot. Clutching their tools of conflict and fixing one another with the coldest of stares. They can't even hold a civil discussion short of... They can't even have a civil discussion short of holding a banquet like this. Don't you think it's absurd? If they have time to be wasting on such extravagances, they should be using it to save the suffering of their own people. It does frustrate me. Sometimes I think the people running these nations could learn a thing or two from our camp. Well, that was unhelpful. You still need to talk to everyone. You have to talk to everyone in the area. You have to go around the entirety of the first floor of Indol and talk to every NPC with an exclamation mark. Know anything about a black market merchant? Perhaps there are untoward intentions on the more ordained side. Frankly, I would expect it. But I can assure you we have no Urian intentions of trying anything funny. The word of Queen Rakura is absolute. We trust in our queen, and as she wills it, we gladly put our weapons aside. So there is no need for concern. Makes sense? Of course, if the queen ordered me to take up arms, I would gladly fight tooth and nail with those Ardanian dogs. You would do well not to forget that. Thanks. I'll just cut around to the guys as I find them. Hey, have you heard of anything suspicious going down at the Ardanian summit? There was one request I thought was decidedly suspicious. We had a Nobon fellow asking about supplies of poisonous substances. I told him we do not handle such items here, of course, and he left soon after. But from what I hear, he's been moving around asking other places too. Who knows what he might be plotting? Cheers! Soon will be big summit talk thing, yes? Friend know about anything suspicious? Anything about suspicious things happening there? There's certainly something not quite right going on. I saw a very large wooden box being transported onto the Titan battleship. It was accounted for on the inventory list, so most of my colleagues think it's no problem. But I honestly can't imagine what they would want such a huge box for. I'm worried about what might be inside. Much thanks. Soon will be big talk. Summit thing? The Ardanian Titan battleship has extremely sturdy defenses. I doubt there's a single weapon in this whole port that could damage it. Besides, I hear the main conference will only be attended by a very select group of trustworthy individuals. I can't imagine how any miscreant could hope to get close to the VIPs to harm them, even if they wanted to. A lot of people are on edge, but I don't think there's anything to worry about. Much thanks. And another one here. Soon will be big summit talk thing, yes? Nothing untoward is going on in the Ardanian army, I assure you. Those who have come to Indal belong to the Carreg Imperial Guard. Elite soldiers who have sworn solemn oaths to protect the Emperor. So if anything suspicious were going on, I'd venture it would have to be on the Orion side. I find it difficult to tell what those people are thinking sometimes. Much thanks. In the current climate, I fear almost anything could happen. I can scarcely wait for the day when that huge, awful Titan battleship is gone from our shores. It pains me to even see such an unsightly structure in our beautiful city. I am sure all upstanding inline citizens resent its presence. Why can Morag and Orion not cease all this foolish conflict and simply submit themselves to the will of Indal? I don't know, I quite like the Ardanian Titan battleships. Sure, they're large and overbearing, but they look pretty cool, I think. Oh, I have a good one for you. Tora want more info. Some kind of ingredients with a monstrously foul odor were being carried into the Ardanian Titan vessel. The stench was so strong I can still smell it on my clothes. There were other ingredients too, weird and wonderful, a lot of them. I don't know what they're for, but it can't be your average recipes. Much thanks. Oh, also Gladius Wharf number 2. Landmark. Near, think probability banner lying low somewhere in Indal High. Near, just pray we able to blow this case wide open before Queen Rakura arrive. Tora, get it. Near, counting on you. You don't have to talk to Near, but I like to. Soon will be big summit talk thing. Problems at the summit? A ridiculous notion. The summit will be held aboard this Titan battleship, so we have no need to fear attacks from the outside. The door is the only entrance, and it will not be opened until just before the summit to admit Queen Rakura. We have not allowed a single suspicious individual to pass this point. As such, there is no need to fear attack from within either. Much thanks. Oh, and there went Near. Once you've talked to everyone, just go to the inn in Indal. We've gathered quite a bit of information now. Yeah, and plenty of it blatantly bogus. But there were some rumors in there that did bug me a bit. Time to sort out the real dirt from the baseless suspicion. Ooh, detective time! First up, we clear basic premise. Who is targeting Summit of Nations? Is former Chairman Bona. Master Pond forget already? No, Tora, not that stupid. It's traditional for to do things by starting listing out information everybody know. Proper flow is for experts to think carefully and provide answer. Okay. On to the next basic premise then. Where is the summit to be held? I don't actually know what happens if you choose wrong. Inside the Sanctum of Indal, right? No, that's where we had the last big meeting. The summit is between the leaders of Morag and Uriah alone. They would hardly hold it under Indal's nose. It's inside the Titan battleship from Morag. Yes, that's right. It seems like Bana is planning on an assassination, but what method do you think he might be using? Stabbing! There might be a spy lurking inside, ready to stab the target. Oh, Tora, remember that rumor? God say ninja spy ready to stab Emperor and Queen at moment of handshake. Very dramatic. Poppy think Master Pond been dozing off and dreaming. Yes, I don't recall any rumors of that nature. Meh? Actually, didn't we hear that only a select few trustworthy people would be attending from both sides? No need to worry about ninja spies then. Come on, Rex, at least try to think things through before you speak. Sorry. Well, let's see what happens when we say sinking the whole battleship. Wasn't there a rumor that he might sink the whole Titan battleship? What? That's terrible! We must get Morag out of there at once. Hold on. I don't remember any rumors like that. Actually, weren't people saying the Ardenian's battleship's so tough that nobody would be able to harm it? Huh? Now that you mention it, that maybe was what they said. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's poison. I think the method might be poison. Yeah, the ship's totally secure from the outside, and only trustworthy people will be attending after all. I guess the only method that really leaves is tampering with the food. But when would the poison be added, and to what exactly? Maybe they'll contaminate the drinking water at the conference. But did we not hear that the main conference would be attended by select trustworthy individuals? It might be possible to contaminate the supply before the conference begins, might it not? If it were me, I wouldn't even drink any water at a conference like that. Can't be too careful around people you don't know very well. Is that how it works? Maybe there's a more effective method. It's the main meal. It's gotta be the meal at the banquet, right? Yes, I can hardly imagine the VIPs will be preparing their own food. I'd quite like to see Morag and Bridget try cooking for a banquet, especially after that heart-to-heart earlier. And someone was saying they'd seen lots of weird ingredients being carried inside, right? Indeed they were. Suspicious big box carried inside too! Could the strong flavored ingredients be to hide the taste of the poison? You're sharp, Rex. I bet that's exactly what they're for. The only thing left is who will be carrying out the poisoning itself. Let's see now. Could it be the Underline citizens? They certainly don't seem happy about the whole situation. Poppy think they not seem to like Ardanians and Orions very much. I can see where you're coming from there, but do you think they'd really actually try to assassinate anyone? The people of Indal are not known for desiring conflict. Who could it be then? Listen, I think we're just going around in circles here. If we know somebody's probably gonna poison the food, why don't we just go check out the battleship itself? Good point. Regardless of who's carrying it out, we could act fast if we're gonna stop this plot. That's settled then. Everybody go to dining hall of Ardanian battleship. And that'll complete the quest Bana the Schemer. Let's head to that battleship. Now the door is open, presumably to admit Queen Rakura, but they forgot to close it so we can get in. Well, let's ignore the suspicious box and head for the armory.
Perhaps rest and
No,
enjoy
not the
view
armory.
for a bit?
Oh, I switched my party out so that Tora would get a certain chance to speak. I want this setup. Yeah.
Stop everything! Hold it!
What? Who's you?
Don't play dumb! Poison! That food is poisoned!
Poison? You kids crazy in brains!
We're past talking! Quick, grab him!
Yeah!
Looks like it's a fight with some chickens. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, they are just tear cannons. Oh, I have a column blade. Let's just hit him with some burst gunners. Nice break on there. Blowback cannon into a gamma ray for that AoE. Oh, and Praxis has the Ruinous weapon. Nice! That to take one down. That's one down. No, burnout would be better. Fine, use Steam Bomb. Launch, yes. Oh, it's gone. Blow him up with some lightning force. That might be launching circus, actually.
This just needs a lighter switch.
Flame bolt.
Let me do it. Rolling smash.
Whack this Tyrken with my dynamic spark sword. Stretch Tyrken thunders. Cosmos. Beautiful.
Please wait!
Papoonin, what are you doing here?
What silly question! It's Papoonin who hire world-famous band of gourmet chefs, fire dragons!
World famous?
Gourmet chefs.
Morag, very insistent, want only very best food for important summit. Papoonin work wings to bone finding chefs, and now what this?
So you mean...
These guys are just a bunch of cooks.
I did think they were not putting up much of a fight.
Then this food is actually...
Delicious! I could eat this stuff forever!
What friend doing? Very expensive food now go to waste.
Sorry! We really did think they were here to murder someone.
Murder? What this nonsense friends talk? I demand compensation. Friends have no idea how much time and money Papoonin spent on this.
An explosion?
Huh? From where?
Hey, what's going on?
Explosion in the hangar! Right when everyone was busy with Queen Rakura's arrival. It's really bad.
The Queen is here? This is it?
Rex, we need to hurry.
Yeah.
Hey, wait! Hey, no running away! Compensation!
Papoonin can rot for all I care. We've got an explosion to deal with.
Who are you, villain? Is this some underhanded Ardadian trick?
Wrong! But also right. Truth is complicated. Anyhow, here is where Queen died. If it looks like Queen killed by Morag, me in the money again!
That voice. Banner from the Argentum Guild.
Correct! Top marks for the Queen!
But you were unseated as chairman.
It's not so easy to get rid of Banner. Trade Guild of Argentum belong to Banner, down to last screw, last drop of oil.
Hold it, Banner!
You, Rex! No!
upon. That artificial blade.
Rosa! Meh. Tora feel much greater power than before. Especially from mark on forehead.
What's going on? What's that?
Even Emperor comes straight to Banner. Convenient little moth to flame.
Come on, Banner. Cut the bad guy talk and accept you've lost. You know you won't get away with it. What with all these witnesses here?
If Banner simply kill everyone, then nobody blah. Victory of Banner is assured.
You know we can't let you do that.
You think you handle the power of upgraded Giga Rosa? Things go very different this time.
Looks like I won't
It's time for the fight with Giga Rosa! This can be a tough fight, and really, you should switch Ultra Lightning Fury / Max on Deep Elf for Overload Thunder Beam because of its increased damage to mechanisms. I have Gaia Crash, Lauren. Nice, got the topple. Hope I can get Pandora in time? Nope, not gonna happen. Oh well. Kill shot. Cosmos to do some crap. Kaboomy Rocket topples you instantly. Be careful of that. Also, he's got launch charge. And now it is time for a Lightning Quake. He's an Earthblade too, so you can really smack him with Pandora here. That's a nice bit of damage there. I don't have a Wind Blade for Pandemic. Ow. That's not good. Let's sustain it back.
Here comes
hit with Florin, I guess. Nah, Pandora. Probably better. Mithra is always good.
Tora, keep on.
And probably QT.
Magnificent.
We ain't done yet.
Magnificent.
Pandora. Hit her hard. That's some damage. Nice.
Don't mind if I do.
Mithra.
Magnificent.
Tora, keep on.
And Poppy Alpha. I didn't actually heal during that chain attack, but at least I got the aggro to go to Tora. He's going to be weak to Earth and Rage, so Florin's going to be dealing a bit of XP. I think I'll just not attack for a bit. Try to get the aggro back on Tora. Got Volon! Ha! I've got health back now. Unfortunately, Tora didn't use his Smash Art. Hit. Wait until, yeah, I'll use Florin's level 4 special. It comes to my attention that I've never actually shown Pandora's level 4 special. I might be able to do that here if I don't die. Oh, I don't actually have level 3, huh? I would like to do it, yes, please. Yeah, I'm not getting that level 4 special. Not the blade combo. Ah, topple. Topples the entire party. Right. Uh-oh. Ah, I'm down. Tora's alive at least. Alright, this isn't going great, but everyone's back online. Let's hit it with some kind of unlocking strike or something. Stratospheric Thunder. I'm not at max affinity. Getting beam for the blowdown. Rod. Try to kill it. Underdude. Got him! That was close!
How? Even Giga Rosa defeated by these nasty, meddling kids.
This ends here, Bana. You are under arrest. The Praetorium will handle the judgment. Assassination is a serious matter. Your sentence will be harsh.
So the mercantile genius Banner meets an inglorious end before my very eyes. Pitiful.
Banner is... Banner is not kind of man to go down like this.
Ah.
If I go down, I take you with me!
Watch out! Aegeon! As you wish.
Niall Ardenek, you sought to protect us?
I'm glad.
Majesty! Majesty! Your Majesty, please, no!
Your Majesty, I have failed you.
It can't be. To protect us, you... Please, wake up. Niall! Niall!
Morag.
Dromak,
Yes?
distract the others.
Distract? I'm not sure I... No. My lady, you cannot.
There's still time. Hurry!
Yes, my lady. There are more of them!
Where?
What'd you say?
This way! The rest of you should get to safety.
Chum!
I'm on it.
You are...
Shh. You're gonna be fine.
What do you mean, imagined it? You got us all in a proper tizzy.
My apologies. I thought I spied silhouettes. I did not mean to cause trouble.
Hey!
Huh?
Hey, you guys! His Majesty the Emperor's awake.
What?
Can it be?
Majesty?
I apologize for making you worry.
Majesty! It's a miracle.
When Aegean returned to his core, I was certain we had lost you.
Honestly, you call yourselves soldiers. First aid? Anyone heard of it?
But his wounds...
Just scratches. Nothing me and Dromark can't handle.
You saved... Thank you, Nia. I truly don't know how to... I will never be able to repay you for what you...
Oh, don't sweat it. Let's just say you owe me one. That'll do fine, right?
Nia. You shouldn't be up. It's only been one day. Please don't strain yourself.
Half a day off and look at all this paperwork. I swear, it's like they don't want me to sleep at all.
Majesty.
Special Inquisitor, I hereby issue you new orders. It is my wish that you travel with the Aegis as an emissary of the Empire. Guard her, and defend her against her enemies until she reaches Tantal.
Guard the Aegis?
I've already discussed it with His Eminence.
Forgive me, Your Majesty. I cannot accept. Just think about what happened yesterday. It would be sheer foolishness for me to leave your side.
Is that so?
Huh?
I can see it in your eyes. It's clear that the Aegis, or rather, that boy, has made a great impression on you.
That's not... I am your Special Inquisitor. Ensuring Your Majesty's safety is my only concern. To abandon that duty and go traveling... Is this... Aegeon's?
A driver who cannot even protect himself is no driver at all. Yesterday's events have made me keenly aware that I have no aptitude for it. It will be of more use in your hands.
Majesty.
The world is changing, Morag. I trust you more than anyone to lend that boy the wisdom and strength he will need. I miss it, you know. Lake Util in Gormott.
What?
Remember when the two of us would shake off the servants and go swimming there?
Yes. Of course.
Kids from the nearby village would come too. Good times.
Majesty.
If more Ardain, no, the whole of Allrest, could be like that again, wouldn't it be beautiful?
Is that my new duty then?
In truth, it should have been you sitting in this chair right now.
The Imperial line has always passed from father to son. On the day your majesty was born, that's exactly what happened. I knew that day would come. It came as no surprise.
You were raised by my father to take the throne of the Empire, as befits the daughter of my Lord Uncle Andrig.
And I am grateful for it. If not for him, I would never have met Bridget. Never have met them. I'd have missed out on so much.
There. Those are your true feelings. A magnificent power resides in you. Morag, power like yours exists to be used.
Niall.
You've been tied down long enough. Follow your heart, Morag Lidair.
I have no words. Thank you, Your Majesty. Very well then. I hereby accept the task you have assigned to me.
That's the Morag I know and love. Make me proud.
So that's how it is. It seems our paths continue to entwine.
That's awesome news. To be honest, I was really hoping there was some way you could stick around. I was just thinking of asking you myself.
Saved you the trouble, did I?
That you did. Thanks a bunch, Morag.
I can't help but feel that in all the confusion surrounding Banner, our concerns have been neatly swept aside.
The Praetorium maintains absolute control over blade distribution. It is quite vexing.
Awakening rates from natural cores are very low, which limits the pool of compatible drivers.
So to create large numbers of drivers, the cleansing Indol provides is a necessity. That much I'm willing to accept. The real problem is the fact that the Aegis has awakened. Now, this is no time to be squabbling over territory. If we misread the situation even a little, Uriah itself could be sunk to the Cloud Sea's bed. Emperor Niall must surely be thinking the same thing. That's why he sent his precious Morag to shepherd them along.
And now we find ourselves in their debt.
Who could have predicted such an act of selflessness? Was it just the passion of youth? Or was it...
My liege?
In any case, for now we should keep our troops mobilized while we monitor the situation. I hardly expect Tantal will comply with the Praetor's plan so easily either.
Well, with that, we've completed solving a murder mystery, learned that Nia is harboring a secret, and learned that Morag has feelings. Next time, we'll be finally completing Shiny New Power after about 20 episodes. See you guys then.